So, hello everybody and welcome back to Online Formula Racing. We are in Germany today at the Nürburgring GP layout with OFR's GTS Division 1 here in Season 5. We've just had the Division 2 race where we had an absolutely amazing race. We had Ash Wilson commentating there, who is now racing, and I think it was, from his perspective, a pretty decent race. And now we've got the faster of the 15 drivers here in Division 1 right now. Where we're going to be seeing them qualify for 10 minutes and then complete a 19-lap race, I believe. Rumour has it we might even see someone in the low 155s or 154s here. I don't think that's going to be possible, but that's just the rumours that are going around. Otherwise, it's going to be somewhere around the 155s, 56 and 57s for these drivers here. Now, what I do want to quickly do, sorry about that, is just load up the, just give me a second, I've realised I've not got it on the screen right now, but I just want to load up the constructors' standings and the driver standings just so you can see, just so you guys can see, sorry, what it's like after the first race. So, race 1 was at Lago Maggiore, I don't know how to say it, and we had an absolutely amazing race. Racer Tate took the win, 26 points with the fastest lap as well, finishing somewhere around 12 to 15 seconds ahead of Iceman Kimi in P2. OFR Liekele made a surprise comeback in P3, Castle in P4 after running out of fuel, and VR made an amazing drive to get up to P5. That was after a penalty that AJ overtook VR in the hairpin, saw it drop down 2 positions, so pushed him wide. AJ in 6th, Lord Ash Wilson in 7th place, Proctor in 8th, Nils in 9th, and Astro with the final point rounding out the top 10. The 4 behind Harley, Sean, Smalley, and Weird TV. Smalley has now dropped down, and Vilsek has rejoined, so you won't see Smalley here anymore. They are making up bottom 4 there. So expect to see Vilsek in P15 somewhere, or in position 15 currently, but somewhere around here, I reckon, after this race. He is back, he is one of the quickest, and he is going to be racing fast. Now, the construction standings, we've got Phoenix Speed with 31 points in P1, Team Shortcut 24 in P2, 2 points down, we've got Sakudu Racing 22 points in P3, DWT in P4 currently with 15, and Gwen's Boys, none other than the Gwen's Boys in P5 with 10 points. But that's all going to change today, hopefully. So we'll get back to the race now, or the qualifying at least, and see what's going on. I have got my keyboard running again, so we will be able to see some live action replays, hopefully. And thanks everyone for joining. I've got some notification that I'm a bit quiet. I'll try and turn myself up, or at least turn the GTS down a little bit. Let's hope that's a bit better for you guys. Let's see. Thanks for joining, Ashley and Mick so far. Mick, don't worry. You have nothing to apologise for. That was the highlight of my race, and I didn't actually think it was a brake check. I was just pulling your tail there. So, to the race. We've got Racer Tay leading it out ahead at the minute. I think he is the first of them so far, so we're going to stick with him. He's just where he's right now. He's coming up to turns 5 and 6. It's a left-hander followed by a tightish right-hander where you need to be careful on the brakes and don't push yourself wide because there's a big gravel trap on the outside of the right-hander at Ford Curve there. But, of course, Racer Tay, the fastest guy we have, I believe, has made it through there okay. So let's ride on board with him, actually, and see if we can get a better shot of his lap. We'll go with the kind of roof cam at the minute as he's coming around turn 7. And he's making his way uphill now into the Michael Schumacher curves through 8 and 9. You can go full speed through here normally. Let's see if there's a slight lift from him. There is a slight lift, but he stays in 4th and gets back on that throttle nice and early. There he goes now through turn 9. Again, he's approaching uphill to get a little bit of downhill action and an on-camber turn as he goes through turn 10. And then turn 11 is another tricky one. It's one of these corners where you want to get on the throttle early because you think the corner's going to open up, but it doesn't. It actually gets a little bit tighter, so you need to be careful there, but he gets through that just fine. And now he is making his way again uphill into the final chicane at 13 and 14. Lots and lots of elevation changes here. That's what makes this track so dynamic and so interesting in terms of the actual race. But Racer Tay's got on the grass. Oof, he might have lost a little bit of time there, pushing his car wide with a bit of understeer. He's lifted as he's coming through the final corner now at the pit entry. He's back on the throttle. He's avoiding that gravel, and let's see what he crosses the line with. It's looking like it's going to be a 155. It is. It's a 155.279. Now let's see what VR can do as he crosses the line here. It's going to be a 156. It was a 156.9. Castle's already jumped in with a 155.7, however, and Liekele has currently set a... Oh, he's been jumped down by Proctor. Proctor's in 3rd place at the minute. We've got a lot of people posting times. Vilsek, the comeback king, he has made his comeback, and he's already set a 156.0, so good job of him. Sean set a 157 for 6th place. Weird TV is currently in 7th place with a... I can't quite see it, a 157.3 there, and Liekele has now been pushed down all the way to 9th with a 157.5. A lot going on. Smalley, I would say it's the bonnet cam, but it just looks like it's just so high that I'd probably go with the roof cam now. Or maybe you're touching on the fact that I said hood. Havoc's rubbing off on me. Don't take that the wrong way. I know what you're like. Let's just get back to the stream. Race days out ahead. Oh no, what have I done? And let's jump down to 10th place just to see where Liekler is now. He's down in 10th. He's 800ths up on Nils, who's in the pit right now. And what's happened to Astro? Astro's stuck. Astro can't pull away. Oh, that's Nils, sorry. Nils can't pull away. Astro's out on track right now. I'm not set a time yet. AJ's just set a 1:56.5. Lord Ash is set a 2 minutes 09. Not sure what happened to Ash there. Let's see if we can spot him anywhere. He's in 12th at the moment. He's set a 2 minutes 09. I wonder what happened to him. Smalley reckons he hit the pit lane again. Interesting. And Rodden Pollux is saying he wants to have Leaker's baby as well. Everyone does. Tell me something new. So I think it's just going to be 2 hot laps that we're going to see. The banker that we've just seen, they're going to come into the pits now. Let's just see if Race Day's coming into the pits. Yes, he is. Beautiful livery there, by the way. And they're going to refuel now, or not refuel, they're going to put on some fresh tyres, and he's going to only have time to set an out lap and a hot lap, and that is going to be it. That's what we saw in D2, and I reckon that's going to be the same that we see now as well. We're watching his fresh set of boots go on. Opted for the soft tyre again, and he's pulled away. No refueling, 3/4 of a tank. He's going to want to burn as much fuel as he possibly can with just 3 minutes and 47 seconds left to go of this session. So everyone else is going to be in the pits now as well. You can see OFR for Gwen's boys there. Currently in P7. I think he's leading the driver standings for Gwen's boys at least. He's done a pretty decent job. But other than that, we're just going to wait and see what's going on with these outlaps. So quickly just jump back to the app just to show you guys what's going on with the calendar this season. So we did La Majora. We're going to Nürburgring now. After that, we're going to Tokyo Expressway, probably the most hated track of the calendar. Dragon Tail follows that. Brands Hatch, which should be a great one to watch, to drive, and to spectate. We've got Barcelona, Ash's favourite track, in 6th place in the calendar. And we've got the Red Bull Ring, the ever famous or infamous Red Bull Ring that we always see lots of action here in OFR, followed by the Suzuka, someone's favourite track, not Ash's. Monza followed, so a lot of F1 tracks are popping up in a row here. That's going to be followed by another F1 track over in Brazil, and then the last 2 races are going to be Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa and Miyabi. That was an absolutely fantastic race that we saw with an unexpected podium. I believe it was Havoc, Leaker and Vilsek in the Group 2 race there. That was a great race. And then we've got Santa Croix, the final race of the season, which is going to be a great one to wrap it up with. So let's get back now and see if any of these guys are going to be improving on their times. We've got some info. Ash crashed because he was checking his G card. That's a bit predictable there. Let's go back to the leader and see where he is. He's just coming up to turn 9 and turn 10, sorry, and turn 11. He's got some guys ahead of him, actually. I wonder who that is. But he's got... Oh, it's Castle Racing. Castle Racing's on a fresh set of boots as well. So let's spectate Castle's lap and see how he gets on. We'll go to the bonnet cam. There you go, Smalley. Always thinking about you. And we'll see how he does. So it's coming up to the final corner now. This is going to be his last chance because that 2-minute clock has just gone below. It's 1:56 now, so this will be his last attempt. Let's see what Castle does as we ride on board with him. So... full throttle now, all the way. He's still just reaching the crest of the hill, and he's going to start to go downhill now. Carrying a lot of speed into turn 1. You want to brake at about 125. Choose the inside line because it is a slight kink to the right there, and he gets through turn 1. Does he hit the apex? Yes, he does, and he still gets it turned quite well using the curb for a bit of extra rotation there. So good job so far. Slight lift as he goes through turn 2 here. He's looking good so far as he goes through the Mercedes Arena section here. Is he going to brake as he's coming into turn 3? Yes, he is, and he's going to hug the inside to make sure he can rotate that car and get it back to full acceleration as quick as he can. Through turn 4 he goes now, and he's gone wide. He has gone wide, but no penalty. You can run wide there. So another, well, possibly the easiest part of Sector 1 now. It's a slight lift as you go in to this corner at turn 5 here, and you want to brake sharply and get that car turned in as you go through turn 6. He's looking pretty stable so far. His fastest is a 1:55.702. He's got 4/10 if he wants to beat Razor. I don't think he's that far up at the minute, but let's see. Brake just as you see that tarmac appear on the left-hand side of the track there at the curb, and you want to get on the throttle as early as you possibly can here without suffering understeer. Castle absolutely nails that. He's currently 300ths up on his time. He'll probably lift here as he's going through turns 8 at the Michael Schumacher set of turns here. He gets through 9 okay. He's nice and heavy on the throttle as well. He didn't have too much of a lift coming out of 9 there. Brakes at the 100 and turns that car car in nice and early. Do not use the curb there to rotate because you will get a horrible bump and it will shove you into the outside of turn 10 there. But he's earlier than Tay, it looks like, on the throttle as he's coming out of 11. And here he comes to start his ascent now as he climbs the hill yet again, going through turn 12 and into the final chicane at 13 and 14. Hello, Paisu. Good race for you in D2 there. He goes through the chicane. Okay, he takes the curb to help the rotation. He cuts the next one and he's run a little bit wide. That's the mistake you do if you cut that inside chicane there. I think he's going to have lost out a lot of time here. Let's see. He's coming up to the line now. He's crossed the line down. So someone's saying they can't hear me. I'll have to... I don't know what to do, really. The mic's exactly the same as it was set up before. Let me turn down the audio slightly in here. So, Racer Tay, no one's beat him so far. Let's jump down now to see if Iceman Kimmy's going to get him. Iceman Kimmy's still on his hot lap. Vilsek's in P4. He crosses the line in P4 as well, so no improvement from him. Where is AJ? AJ's not crossed the line yet either, so he could improve on his time. Sean has claimed P6, I believe. Yes, he has. And VR has claimed P7 for now. Weird TV's done his lap too. And Proctor crosses the line in 9th place. Let's just have a look where Iceman Kimmy is. He's just coming up to the final chicane. Now he's got a 5/10 penalty. Oh no. Oh no. Oof, he doesn't look like he's having the best final sector from what I've seen so far. How is he going to fare when he crosses the line, though? Let's wait and see. He's going to come across the line with a 5/10 penalty, and he's not going to improve. He's 1.3 seconds down. Rubs, it must just be you, because the rest of the guys, I believe, can hear us just fine. So let me know if the game audio is okay as well, because I know that is a little bit loud on GTS, and if it is, I'll turn it down. But what a qualification. Now, we have got some guys who are still yet to cross the line. I believe AJ's one of them. AJ's gone 4th fastest. He has improved on his time, so good job there, AJ. And someone is right at the back there. Let me see if I can see who it is. It's Lord Ash Wilson. He's got through on a 151. I don't think this is going to be an improvement, at least to get him in the top 3, but it will be an improvement on his time at least. He said a 156, and that's put him in 9th place, so good job there, Ash. Top 10 finish for you. And there are the standings, guys. Wow. Oh, thanks, Rubs. You're making me fiddle around with all these knobs on my desk. And I'm not talking about those ones, Smalley, before you say anything. I'm on about the ones that are attached to the microphone. So, the race is starting. And, yeah, 19 laps. If it's as good as D2, it's going to be great. If it's even better, well, make sure you stay tuned. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And unsubscribe from Modern Pollux. Okay, so, here we go. Waiting for the lights to go out. Can't really see much at the minute. I'm right on board with 2nd place. We've got the 5 red lights there, and they are green, and we are away. Now, did Racer Tay get as good a start as he did last week? In lack of majority, I don't think he does. He's got Castle right down the inside. He's trying to squeeze them off. He's squeezed off slightly. Has Castle claimed the apex, though? He might be able to here. He might be able to get his car rotated a bit more. No, he can't. Racer Tay gets on the throttle earlier than Castle does. And unfortunately, Racer Tay is... Well, not unfortunately. Racer Tay is leading, but unfortunate for Castle, at least. Let's get all that information back up on the screen. It's not showing for some reason. There we go. It's back up now. And what a race so far. No one's been caught out. Everyone has managed to get away. And yeah, look at this train of cars right now. No setups. They're not allowed, and it's pretty equal car, so it's all coming down to driver skill right now as Racer Tay turns in at turn 5, and he's going through the right-hander now at turn 6. Castle is not letting him escape. Let's hope Castle has sorted out his fuel woes that he had from last week. But yeah, look at this. No one's breaking away so far. It's a constant train all the way through. I mean, by the time they get to turn 7 here, I think everyone's going to be, yeah, no one has dropped back at all. Let's jump to the back of the field, actually, and just see how these guys are getting on at the back here. Astro's down in P14. He's a little bit behind, 0.8 of a second behind Nils at the moment, but let's hope he can catch back up here. Back to P1. Racer Tay is only 0.4 of a second ahead. He goes slightly wide as he's coming through turns 8 and 9 there, but he manages to save it. There's nothing going wrong at the minute for him, and he's got a very fast BMW behind him at the moment. I think he's going to be feeling a little bit of pressure at the moment as they swing their cars round to the left and boomerang it through turn 11 right now. Look at that, a little bit wide from Racer Tay again. That's going to cost him a few tenths of a second here. Did I say unsubscribe? I meant subscribe to Rod and Pollux Fishing. Apologies there. And Racer Tay is still just 0.4 of a second ahead. Now, there's a bit of a gap formed from, I believe, P5 or P4, sorry. You can see there's a bit of drama going on between Sean and Vilsek at the moment. Vilsek has to kind of cut the chicane there to avoid coming into contact with Sean on the outside as they go through the right-hander. But he is still firmly ahead. Of course, Vilsek is the new driver here this week, racing for Gwen's Boys instead of Smalley, who is now down in D2. But he had a fantastic race with a little bit of mistake at the end, and I'm sure he's going to to look at ways to improve on that. So good job there, Smalley. Back up to the lead. It's 7 tenths of a second now, and this is where we're most likely going to start seeing Racer Tay pull ahead. I mean, there is no challenger for him at the moment. It doesn't seem. He's got 4 tenths of a second, and if he starts to pull away like he did last time, that's going to creep up and up and up. It's almost at a second now. Let's have a look what's going on at the back of the pack. Astro has caught up now. Look at that. He was 9 tenths, wasn't he? And now he's got it down to 5 tenths of a second. So he is looking nice and stable, strong and stable, just like Theresa May at the moment as he's coming through. Where is he? At turn 3. Yes, he's at turn 3 now. He's coming to the tricky right-hander where you're not sure really where to brake because there's no brake markers, but he gets through it okay as Weird TV runs wide, but Astro doesn't. Astro is pressuring him here. He's trying to force him into a mistake, and he might just be able to do it. They jump back up to P1. The gap has now exceeded a second. It was just 1.002. It's now down below, but you kind of expect that as we see a downhill slipstream advantage for Castle Racing there. Castle's dropped back from Iceman Kimi as well. Where's Iceman? He's got AJ right behind him. Like I said last week, everyone wants to see the AJ versus Iceman Kimi battle. We missed out on the whole thing last season because they were in separate categories. AJ was in the Group 2, whereas Iceman Kimi was in the Group 3. But this season, I really want to see if AJ has what it takes to play with the big dogs. He's a young kid, and the big dogs currently are quite a bit older than him, but if AJ can keep his consistency and he can keep his cool and keep it clean, he's definitely going to be considered top 5 driver in Division 1 this season. Let's see what he can do. Now, what's going on with Vilsek and Sean right now? Vilsek is pressuring Sean as well. Look at this. He's right on the back end of him right now. He's coming up to the heavy braking zone uphill into turn... Oh, has he got through okay? He has got through okay. He's okay. He's okay. Final chicane they're at, and they're coming through 50 now. Is he going to make a move down the inside here? He's got another car, Lord Ash Wilson, behind them. Vilsek's got the apex, though, and he's allowed to claim that racing line. He left enough space, and Vilsek's got a not as good run as Sean at the minute. Sean's just got a bit more acceleration. I'm not sure how he did that, actually. Maybe because he was a bit wider, he could get his car straightened a bit earlier. But let's see if anyone's going to outbrake Vilsek. Watch the grass there as he turns into the corner now. Is he going to be able to do it? He's got the 5th place for now, but can he cut back? Yes, he can. He can cut back, and he's claimed 5th place. And now Sean is getting challenged by Ash Wilson as well, and Ash Wilson is looking to make a move down the inside of Vilsek. He's got him! Ash Wilson up into 5th place now. Wow, what a move! Ash's race has come alive. He wasn't feeling too certain as he jumped into the BMW for the first time, but it looks like he has found his spirit animal, so to speak here, and it's definitely not the G card. He's found some pace, and he is on it right now. Good job, Lord Ash Wilson. Back up to the lead. It's Racer Tay, 8 tenths. He's picked up a 5 tenths of a second penalty. His 2 is Castle is trailing him now, just 7 tenths down the road. Wow, it's all kicking off up ahead as well. Now let's quickly jump to the back and see. It's Harley down in last place now. Weird TV has been passed by Astro, so Astro is slowly working his way up here. I'm just going to take a quick drink because I'm about to get horribly sore throat. Thanks very much for waiting there. And the gap between P5 up to P4 has increased to 6 seconds here. AJ is still pressuring Iceman Kimi. If he can keep this up for the entirety of the first stint, we're in for a great race here. Now, we saw a 1-stop in D2, we saw a 2-stop, and we saw as much as a 3-stop. So strategies are definitely open here. If they want a 2-stop, you want to come in at lap 6 and 7. A 1-stop, you want to come in at lap 12. And a 3-stop, it's 5, 10, 15, I believe. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of options for different strategies here. I doubt anyone's going to go to the mediums because apparently, according to Smalley, you lose around a second a lap here, so it's not going to be worth that. Even if you attempt to go for the 1-stop, you will lose so much time. Bearing in mind it's only a 4-second stop or something like that without refueling. But again, this race is alive. Now, Race Day has extended his gap again. It's 1.1 seconds. He's still got 5 tenths of a second penalty. Castle's pulled away from Iceman Kimi too. 1.6 seconds separates them at the minute. And look at this. AJ is still closing Iceman Kimi down. 4 tenths of a second at the moment. Wow. It's all kicking off here. Both of them go wide, but they know exactly where they can abuse track limits. They know it, and they're both doing exactly the same thing here. This is a great race so far. Absolutely fantastic race. So I'm going to jump down to P6 just to see how VR is getting on with Proctor. Proctor's pressuring him quite a bit here. Nils is quite further behind at the moment, so I don't think he's going to be worrying from Nils so far. But Nils is getting slowly chased down the road by Sean. Astro's catching up to the back of him too, so I think there's going to be a big battle for P9 at the moment. Rubs is asking what I'm drinking. Oh, it was just some fruit that's been in a keg for quite some time, and it's been allowed to mature and ferment and then mixed with honey, and it's basically a very healthy drink. Back up to the lead. We've got 1.2 seconds there to Castle Racing. 2.6 now to Iceman Kimi behind him. And AJ is still pressuring Iceman Kimi. This is going to be close. I hope these two don't come to blows. I hope AJ makes the pass smooth or Kimi can keep him behind for the whole race. But this is very, very close right now. Let's stick with them because they are the closest on track. I will jump back to the back of the pack shortly. But, I mean, this is the battle to watch. If it's not, let me know and I'll switch to someone else. Now, you can see AJ trying to move left and right to try and disturb him. He is slightly up the inside here, but he's kind of giving himself a bit of a detriment, I suppose, is he's going through that final chicane being on the outside. He's dropped back another tenth of a second. And now he's gained that back again. I think this is it. I think this is where we're going to see the overtake here. So let's ride on board and see if he's got him. Iceman's defending on the inside. He's looking to claim that racing line back. He's going to be struggling a bit here on the turn-in. Can AJ cut back here? Not just yet. Iceman Kimi has got that absolutely nailed. He knows exactly where he needs to defend, and that's why he's one of the best. We're seeing one of the most amazing defensive drives at the moment. My God. Rubs, behave yourself in chat right now. But look at this. I'm still going to stick with this right now because as they are coming down to turn 5 and 6... Oh, what's going on here? AJ's just backed off to serve his penalty? What's happened there? That was interesting. I think I've got the action replay set. Yeah, let's just stick with AJ. Oh, do you know what I think happened? I think he might have cut the corner and got reset. Let's just watch that one more time. Oh, he's got 1.9 second penalty, so he got a big penalty and he served it. Wow, AJ's lost a lot of time there. Look at the gap now, it's 2.9 seconds. Wow, that's crazy. That's Tracy. Hey, hope you're still with us, Tracy. So, I'm going to look at the battles that are going on a bit further down the pack right now. I'm going to go to 7th place and see if VR he's still just 6/10 behind Lord Ash Wilson at the minute. And Ash is still pressuring, well, Ash is actually caught up to Likula right now. So it's pretty close. VR's looking to make a move down. Ash Wilson down the inside there, but he just can't do it in the chicane. I think he actually backed out with that, and I think that was the cleverer thing to do out of the two options that he had, because if he pushed Ash wide, Ash would definitely not be happy, and VR would, I'm sure, would be very upset with himself. But we've got Ash in the pits. Ash is pitted on lap 5. We could see a 3-stopper from Ash here. That is very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Now, where's AJ? Has he caught back up to him yet? No. The gap's stayed the same at around 2.9 seconds. This is... Hang on, someone's... Is that Ash who's come out in last place now out of the pits? Harley's in last. Oh, it's weird TV. So where did Ash come out? Trying to find him. He's come out in 8th place, so he's not lost too many places. And I doubt he's actually refueled either. No, he hasn't refueled. So it looks like he is actually going for a 3-stop strat at the moment. That's interesting. There was only one guy to do it last time, I believe. I think that was Smalley, who was moved down to Wednesboy. So I wonder if that's going to work out for him now. Right at the back of the pack right now, we've got Harley and Weird TV in a pretty intense battle as now. They've both come out of the pits on fresh rubber, I believe. Let's just quickly check. Yes, they're both on fresh rubber, and they're separated by only 0.5 of a second. So I will stick with these guys, actually, for now, just to see if we're going to see anything come of this. It looks like, to be honest, this gap is going to stay the same for a few laps because it looks like these two are just so similarly paced. So I will jump back up to the lead just to see Racer Tay battle the hell out of Castle right now. We've caught this at the right time because Racer Tay has picked up a 1.4 second penalty and Castle Racing right behind him. Both of them dive into the pit lane here. Ooh, what happened to Racer Tay there for him to get such a hefty penalty? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, jump down to 3rd and see if they're pitting as well. Yes, they're all pitting. Likula is also pitting too. So top 6 are currently pitted. P7 It's VR. VR's one of the ones that have stayed out here, so he hasn't pitted, and that's bumped him up to the provisional 4th place at the moment. You can see those brake discs absolutely light up in the cloudy weather here in Germany. It's absolutely amazing to see the level of detail that some games have on a brake disc light up like that. It's really nice to see, but anyway, back to the race itself. It's currently Castle Racing leading, Racer Tay second. Castle jumped him in the pits, and they've both got a very similar amount of fuel, and Racer Tay still has his 1.3 second penalty. So he definitely hasn't lifted to get rid of his penalty unless he's picked up another one. That's really interesting, and now Racer Tay is going to be pressuring Castle to try and get ahead. Very, very interesting here. Let's see that gap, 1.3 seconds. Ashley's saying he's stopped to serve a time penalty, but it looks like he still has it though, so I'm a little bit confused. Right, for now, I'll jump back down to Iceman and look at that gap between Iceman and AJ now. 4.7 seconds, and VR, the guy who hasn't pitted, is slowly going to be losing time to AJ now, who definitely has pitted. You can see that from his tyres. And I'm going to jump to Ash Wilson, who kind of opted for that 3-stop strat, I believe. He's currently in P6, 2.5 seconds behind VR, and that gap is actually increasing slightly. And Vilsek is currently in P7 with 0.3 of a second penalty, with Proctor still stalking him behind. A lot going on, a lot going on. This race is definitely an interesting one. So, all of the guys watching, what do you think of the whole no setup rule as we see Vilsek dive into the pits? Now, I know that there is a significant minority who are against no setups, but in terms of watching it, in terms of racing it too, and I mean just in terms of the action and things that are going on, in my opinion, it seems like the no setups has definitely helped the level of racing for sure, because we're seeing a lot more battles here between the top guys. And for example, we're not just seeing Racer Tay run ahead with the race, we're seeing him battling Castle, but look at this now. He's closed that gap down to 0.3 of a second. He's still got a 1.3 second penalty, and now he's going to want to squeeze past Castle. He's going to want to claim that P1 back and finish the rest of the race, all of the 12 laps that remain ahead of Castle. He's going to want to do it. He's definitely going to want to do it, and let's see if he can keep his cool and pass him cleanly. So just going through turn 7 now. I believe it's the Dunlop curve. I think it is, and up they come uphill now. They start the big climb, I suppose, up until the final corner as they're going into 8 and 9 at the Michael Schumacher turns. They've got through it okay, and now they're coming into the tricky turn 10, where trying to make an overtake is going to be very slippery. You can see Racer Tay sliding his rear right to help with the car rotation there. He's in tune with that car right now. He has closed that gap to less than 0.2 of a second now. He is eager, very, very eager to get past. He's looking to make a move down the inside here. Oh, he's going to the outside, rather, as they go round into the final chicane. He's going to try and outbrake them. He's got him! He's got him! Is he going to be able to keep it, though? Oof, not just yet. I mean, too wide into the chicane is very tricky. Castle didn't have anything else he could have done, and he's claimed it so far. It might have been seen as squeezing Tay off the road, but I don't think it was that. I think that was very, very clean by these drivers. I'll tell you what, we do have an action replay capability, so let's quickly see it. Tell you what, I'll skip that for now. Let's just quickly see if Racer Tay's going to make a move down the inside into turn 1. No, he's not going to do it. He's going to stay behind for now as they both get on the brakes roughly at the same time. So let's... Oh no, I've done it, haven't I? I've gone to the replay at the wrong time. No, I didn't. Okay, sorry about this, guys. I'm getting too excited about everything that's going on. I'll tell you what, I've jumped to the replay later. Let's stick with this for now. Now, oh, there's a bit of a bump there. There's a bit of a bump. And Racer Tay's waiting for him. He's waiting for him to come back. That's very sportsmanlike. Good job, showing great sportsmanship there. That is what you want to do when you accidentally push someone off the road. Very good from Racer Tay there. He's going to be courteous and not make the move as well as they go into turn 5, because that would be slightly unfair. He's going to give Castle a little bit of breathing room, and I'm sure as they come out of this corner, the race is going to come back alive. Yes, yes it is. So, let's see what they can do. I don't think Castle got any damage there. No, he didn't. So, it is still a fair battle. Rubs, I swear, I'm going to put it in your ear. One more word from you. I really can't get away from this battle right now. We'll watch the replay later. Castle is doing an absolute phenomenal job as Racer Tay. I think he actually served his penalty whilst he was allowing Castle to go. That was a little bit cheeky. That was very cheeky. Some might say that was very, very strategic. But, Smalley, behave. And now Robes has removed the message. Naughty, naughty. But look at this. They're jostling left and right, right and left. Do not do it at the final chicane, boys. One of you will go off the road. Racer Tay is looking like he's getting a bit impatient here. But let's just stick with them. Let's stick with them. Because a mistake is imminent. Now, they're coming downhill now. Oh, Racer Tay looking down the inside! Surely not. He's not going to be able to stop that in time, is he? He's got it rotated. Has he got the... Oh, Castle's made a mistake. He's got oversteer, though. They're side by side as they go through turn 2. Has Racer Tay got it? He has! Racer Tay has claimed the lead there. Wow. Definitely saving the replay on that one. What a late breaking move down the inside. Only Racer Tay could do that. What a phenomenal move. Now we're definitely going to have to watch the replay on that one. Let's see. So they're coming downhill. Look at this. You can actually visibly see Castle brake a little bit early because the front of the car, all the weight shifted there. And Racer Tay managed to just get into that gap and then claim the apex. Absolutely phenomenal move by Racer Tay there. But this battle is not over. It's definitely not over now. Let's go to the back of the pack to see where Astro is. He's currently in 14th place, 4.4 seconds behind Harley. Harley's got a penalty, 0.5 seconds, 2.2 behind Nils at the moment, and Nils is right on the back of Vilsek. I wonder why Vilsek is right at the back there. That's very interesting. He hasn't just pitted, has he? Let's have a look. No, he hasn't pitted, so he's probably made a mistake somewhere, and that's put him down to P11. This is his first race back, but I think 1 or 2 races, he's definitely going to be top 5. That's where I would put him, just based on his previous races and the level of skill that this kid actually has. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Ahead of him is a teammate, OFR in 10th place. And I think Vilsek is closing the gap. It looks like it in terms of the delta, but it's kind of hard to tell as they're going through that middle sector there. Let's wait to the end of the lap to see. Now let's jump through the top 10 now. We can see this big battle between Weird TV and OFRVR right now. A lot going on track again. It seems like this no setup thing is absolutely amazing. Phil Babbage has come back as well. Very nice to see you here, Phil. He's saying that he is actually the livery creator of Sokudu Racing, so that's who you've got to thank for that absolutely beautiful livery. Good to have you back there, Phil. And look at this battle. VR's picked up 3/10 of a penalty, 3/10 of a second penalty rather, and he's still chasing Weird TV, who's now come into the pits actually. And Lord Ash Wilson is doing his second of 3 stops, so he is 3-stopping, I believe. Let's see how much fuel he puts in just to confirm whether this 3-stop strategy is the one he's doing. Has he put in enough fuel to get to the end of the race? I don't think so, because now he's basically reverting to the 1-stop strat, because this is where you'd expect to see those 1-stoppers pitting. He's definitely going to stop again. I think he will. He just won't refuel on his next stop. He's looking to make a move down the inside of Weird TV. He's got him as well, so he's got P10 back, so good job there. Now let's go up to P6 to see where Sean is. He's a fair way back, and Proctor's a fair way back from AJ as well. AJ now less than 3 seconds behind Iceman, so he's closed that gap up a little bit there. And Iceman Kimmy is 2.5 seconds behind, and look at that, Racer Tay has built that gap up again. So I think it's possible that he could have made a mistake, and that's why that gap closed up the first time. But let's see if that 1.7 second gap increases anytime soon. We have passed the halfway point, of course, and we've got just 9 laps left, including this one. So, Racer Tay's pitted. That's interesting. That is committing to that 2-stop strat, and Castle has stayed out. So remember, the gap was 1.7 seconds. That's what we need to keep an eye on here. Let's see if Castle's overcut's going to work, or whether Racetay's undercut is going to keep the lead for him. AJ stayed out as well, and Iceman Kimmy is pitted too. I'm not sure which is more powerful here, but looking at the state of the tyres are very, very important around here. And right now, I think the undercut's going to be better. I think it is. Got a lot of support for Castle in the chat as well. I mean, yeah, one of the GTS admins here with Lord Ash Wilson in D1. He's a top-notch guy, great guy, and he definitely will deserve a win if he gets it here. He has pressured Racetay the entire race. He's led a fair few laps of this race as well. If he can win, great news, great news. It's just showing you no setups are, well, they appear at least to be indicative of great racing at the moment. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. And I'm gonna jump down now because it looks like there's a few cars. It's like a few cars going backwards. Looked like they were going backwards on the stream whatsoever. But look at this. Everyone is still pretty close together. Only 1 or 2 seconds separates these guys at the moment, and one mistake is going to give another guy following a big advantage here. So it is definitely something to look out for. And let's see how P5's getting on. VR is now 5.3 behind, but I believe he does have another stop to go. Whereas Proctor also has another stop to go. He's got horrible tyre wear at the moment. Now let's see where Castle is. He's just coming up to the final chicane now at 13 and 14. Let's see if he pits. I think he should, because those front tyres are looking a bit worse for wear at the moment. He is. He's coming to the pits. So where is Racetay? Oh, yeah, so you want a little bit of a French accent? Okay, voulez-vous? Je m'appelle Poisson. Here we go, Racetay is just coming down the final corner now. Okay, voulez-vous? Round he goes. Yes, va. And is he going to get him? Where's Castle? Castle's still in the pit lane currently. He's going to come out now. Where's Racetay? They're going to be side by side. Is he exiting? And Racetay has got him. Racetay has got him. AJ is still ahead because he is yet to pit. But that 1.7 second gap has maintained itself. Actually, no, it's not. It's going up and up. It's gone to 2 seconds. So it seemed to work. Racetay had the undercut there because the tyre wear around here is absolutely crucial. It really is. And that is, I wouldn't say it's cost Castle the win, because now he's going to have 1 lap younger tyres and he could close that gap in 6 laps time. We need to wait to see what happens as we get on in the next few laps. We'll jump back to that gap that's currently 1.7 seconds, so it's maintained. And I wonder whether Castle's going to have just a bit better grip at the end of this race, because right now it's just been entirely neutralised. It's just been neutralised. So, up to P6, down to P6 rather we go. We got a 1.5 second penalty for Vilsek, but he is doing a fairly decent job right now in P6. But remember, he does have to pit. You can see his flashing fuel at the moment. He is going to have to drop back all the way. I reckon he's going to come out in P10 or P11 once he does make that pit stop. But Ash Wilson, remember, he's committed to that 3-stop strat. He's also going to have to pit as well. So it's going to be, everyone's going to be jostling for the position once these final stops come in. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. AJ has to pit as well. He's 4.2 seconds ahead of Racetay right now, and that is coming down. Allez, Proctor, prendre la victoire. I hope I said that right. And here comes AJ now through the final chicane. He must dive into the pit lane. He's got flashing red fuel at the minute. He does come in. Now, Iceman Kimmy pitted 2, and the gap was 3 seconds. Let's see where the gap is now once AJ comes into the pits. So, tyres off, tyres on. A little bit of a refuel to get him to the end of the race. He's refueling it. Oh, Iceman Kimmy's jumped him quite a bit here. Remember, the gap was 3 seconds. What is it at now? Let's wait for him to get through the first corner. Yeah, it's gone up. It doesn't seem like the undercut. The overcut, rather, is the strat here. Je m'appelle Tim. Je m'appelle Robot. Now, Race Tay is ahead still, 1.5 seconds, so it has come down 0.2 of a second at the moment. So he's in a good position. He's in a very, very good position. And look what's going on at the back here as well. We at TV, we've got a bit of a 3-car battle here for 11th place currently, as Harley is in 11th, trying to get back to P10 to claim that final point of the race here. But still, what we are seeing that we didn't see in the previous divisions where we allowed setups is that those that are similarly paced are together the whole race. There's battles going on all throughout the race, and that's not something we saw the previous seasons here. So I do definitely think this is a pretty decent outcome that changing to those setups has. But anyway, we're only on race 2. Let's see what happens when we get a bit further on in the season here. Race Tay gap still 1.5 seconds. Castle has less fuel again, so I wonder if Castle's going to have to do some fuel management, because last week we saw him lose out on the podium spot because he ran out of fuel. He switched to reserve fuel, and he crossed the line and got overtaken by 2 folks on the final straight. Let's hope that doesn't happen to him again here. But this has been a really great race so far. And look at this battle right now. Lika for DWT and Lord Ash Wilson for RP are currently battling for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, element of P. Now, here he comes. Lika's closing that gap. It's 3.22, 3.21, 3.16. I can't speak at the moment, sorry guys. But now, here they come into the final chicane. No, oh, Nick is! He's going to make a move here. He's going to be able to hold it. No, he's not. Ash has still claimed the apex. I think Lika had to hold on to that brake pedal there. He definitely did. And I'll tell you what, we'll watch a replay of that one for sure. But now Lika's made a move around the outside now. Is DWT going to be able to take RP? I don't know. It's not going to be QYZ at the moment. No, it's not. It's not. It's going to be Ash Wilson maintaining that P6 for now. Oof. I bet Ashley is right on the edge of his seat right now. Oh, we got a switch back there from Lika. He's going left, right, faking left, right. Has he outbroke himself? No, he's not. Ash has gone deep into the corner though, but Ash is still holding on to that lead for now. He's P6, and I think he's going to stay there for some time. Lika making a move down the inside though. Oh, look at that. Lika's got him. DWT is ahead. Wow. What a battle here, guys. And look at this. Proctor's now closing up to the back of Ash. Ash goes super, super wide there. And I think Ash has to pit. Ash does have to pit again. Yikes. So let's jump up to Lika. Let's see if we can catch that replay. So look at this. Watch him just have to hold on to that brake pedal, because he just he holds on to it a lot, and he actually hits Ash there. Oh, and that might be what allowed Lika to get side by side with him. That contact there, very, very interesting. So let's get back to it. Race Tay has lost time. I repeat that again. Racer Tay has lost time. He is now only 9/10 of a second ahead of Castle Racing. So Castle's closed him down by a second here. All of those Castle fans in the chat right now, this could be your weekend. This very well could be your weekend. Racer's looking like he's struggling a bit on tyre wear. It looks like he's going really wide into some of these corners here. Whereas Castle's going, is kind of corner cutting a bit more here. Maybe that's the tyre strat, or maybe that's just the driving style. I don't know. But look, the gap's now 0.4 of a second. Guys, it's going to happen. I'm right on the edge of my seat now as well. I'm very nervous. It's less than 0.4 of a second right now. Castle's chasing him down, but just look at the difference in tyre wear and fuel. Castle's got better tyres and less fuel. Race Tyres got more tyres and more fuel and less tyres. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know what's going to happen here. Here we go. They're coming up to 10-12 now. Full speed, kink, right-hander. Castle's looking to make a move around the outside of the chicane to claim the inside line on the second part of the chicane, but Racer Tay just broke later. He's not got him, and that is going to allow Racer Tay some breathing room. Look at that gap climb from 0.3 of a second up to 0.7 again. That's going to give him the breathing room he currently needs. Castle is on fire right now. Woo! Now, let's see what other battles are going on, just whilst these guys get into turn 1. We've got Leaker, 0.5 ahead of Proctor. Proctor's got less fuel. Does Proctor have to pit again, or is he doing fuel management? I'm not quite sure at the moment. Sean is in P8. Ash is dropped down to P9, and he doesn't have to pit. So Ash is actually in a pretty decent position right now. He's on the freshest tyres out of anyone. He could make a move on Sean here. This is a great battle. Ash is doing a pretty decent job here. Pi2's asking, no Pi2, actually we actually have more viewers on YouTube. We've actually tried them both out. We had a season where we did some on Twitch, some on YouTube, and the majority of the viewers we actually got on YouTube here, and it saves us a lot of time transferring and saving videos and all that stuff as well. But anyway, back to the race. It's Racer Tay still ahead, but only by a 1/10 of a second right now. Only by a 1/10 of a second. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Castle's trying to make a fake here. He's gone down the inside. There's no contact, but he's not managed to hold on to that for now as they go through 10 and 11. Not yet. Downhill, and now he's approaching the ascent as he still makes his way downhill, though, as he's coming into turn 12, and this is where a slipstream could come in handy. Racer Tay has got wind against him. He's got gravity against him. Castle has gone around the outside. Racer Tay claim the inside line here. Now, is Castle further enough ahead to claim the inside line at the second part of the chicane here? He is kind of. Oh, and I think he's ahead. Is it going to be ahead? He is. Castle's going to hold on to it for P2 as he's coming into the final corner here. Round 15. Is he going to be able to claim P1? He is. He's got through the final corner at the Coca-Cola curve. He is leading with only 2 laps to go as he crosses the line. Castle has done it. Now, 2 laps. What can Racer Tay fire back? I don't know. I do not know. Let's ride on board and see if he's going to make a move down the inside here. They're both braking similarly, but Racer Tay has claimed the inside and he's understeered slightly as he's going through the corner and he's reclaimed the lead. He has reclaimed it. Careful placement of the car and very clever placement of that car as well. Look at Racer Tay and Castle battle. Could this be the battle of the season? It's too early to tell, but it's the best battle we have seen so far. Castle has got some pace here today as Racer Tay goes wide there and Castle's going to look to make a move to claim that position back. 1 3/4 of a lap to go, guys. It is all kicking off here. Whew. Through turns 5 and 6 we go. Oh my gosh. Now, here they go. Round the Dunlop curve. It's still Racer Tay leading. Less than 3/10 separate these guys at the moment, and at the moment it looks like Castle is almost shoving him along. He wants to get past so badly. It's going to come down to a last lap battle. It could even be a last corner battle here, down to the wire. Let's see what they can do. Castle's claimed the lead back, but Racer Tay's going to have the inside on the next corner, and he's claimed it back as well. Look at them jostling for position here. Could you ask for anything more right now? I don't think you could. They're keeping it so clean. Castle again looking to make a little bit of a fake there as they go through 12. He's now got the inside line as they come up to the chicane. Racer Tay hasn't been able to claim that this time round, and it's Castle ahead, and now it's Racer Tay ahead, and now Castle's been pushed wide, but he's still on track. No, there's no force wide here. They're going to be side by side as they go through the final corner to start the final lap. Look at the leaderboard change. 1 2 2 1 1 2. It's still Castle leading. Now Racer Tay has the inside though. No, he's tucked in behind. Racer Tay has tucked in behind him. This is it. It's coming down to the wire here. They're swerving left and right. That is 2 moves by Castle there. I'm not sure you're allowed to do that. It definitely wasn't breaking the toe. And now Racer Tay goes down the inside and he goes deep into the corner, but he's claimed that first place again, and now he's got the inside as he goes through P2. Castle's trying to close the door, but he's not going to do it because Castle's too respectful for that. They've made it through turn 2, okay, into 3 they go. It's Racer Tay leading. There's slight contact between these two right now, but they've both made it through, okay, and it's still Racer Tay slightly leading here. He's claimed the apex at the next corner at 4. He's made it through 4. He's gone wide, and Castle makes a little bit of an oversteering mistake there as well. Is this the race of the day? It's the race of the day. It's the race of the year. It could be the race of the season, but again, it's too early to tell. Here they come now through turns 5 and 6, going through the forward curve. It's Racer Tay leading. Castle's 5 tenths behind now. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the fuel. Castle has managed to do some serious fuel saving, and he's now got the same amount of fuel as Racer Tay, so it really is going to come down to Racer Tay's tyre wear that are 1 lap older. Round the hairpin they go at the Dunlop curve. I was going to ask if Kimmy's caught up to the back of these guys, but no, he's still 2 seconds behind, so it really is just a battle between these two right now. The gap is now 5 tenths of a second. I think Racer Tay's done enough to pull away. Remember, when Castle had the positions to overtake and to claim the line, he was only 2 tenths behind, but now he's 5 tenths. I don't think he's going to be able to close that gap down. Has Racer Tay got enough to keep the lead here, or is Castle going to fight back and see some of that fire that he's been dropping this entire race here? Through turn 12 they go. Let's ride on board with Castle to see if he's got the toe. He has got the toe, but he hasn't got the distance. He's not close enough to make a dive bomb move down the inside here, so it looks like it could be a Racer Tay victory twice in a row, but this has been the best battle so far that we've seen in a few seasons' time. It's Racer Tay flying through the final turn at Coca-Cola curve. He's made it through, okay. Castle's looking a bit sketchy, and I think it's going to be Racer Tay taking the lead. 4 tenths of a second ahead it is. It's Racer Tay finishing, Castle in second, and it looks like it's going to be a battle between Iceman and AJ. It's 2 tenths of a second between them. AJ did manage to catch up in the end, but it's Iceman third, AJ fourth. VR for Gwen's boys. He's going to cross the line in P5. He's going to be extremely happy with that result. Best of the rest, I believe. Lika for DWT in P6 is going to cross the line now as well. He's going to be happy with a healthy 8 points for DWT Racing there. Good job, Lika. Next up to cross the line, it's going to be Proctor, just 1 second behind Lika. So Proctor did actually close that gap up in the end there. Fantastic drive from the ever versatile Proctor there. And it's going to be Lord Ash Wilson crossing the line with Vilsec just 3 tenths of a second behind in 9th. Sean in 10th, rounding out the top 10. And it's going to be Weird DV in P11 as he crosses the line. Congratulations there. What an absolute fantastic drive from you. Now side by side it's going to be Nils and Harley. It's going to come down to a photo finish here. Who's going to claim it? It's going to be Nils, just 500ths ahead of Harley. Astro is going to cross the line in last 14th place, and Harley claims P13. Guys, can you ask for anything more? I do not think you can. That was absolutely phenomenal. And it's Racer Tay with 2 victories, but Castle showing him that he is definitely not going to pull away this season. Castle is going to be behind Tay as much as he possibly can. And if not, he's going to be ahead. These two are so similarly paced. And guys, I don't think you can ask for more. What an absolute belter. Whew. So, thanks very much for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for all of the comments. Thanks for liking the stream for all of those that did. And for those that didn't, let us know how we can improve so we can meet your standards next time. Join us on Monday. We're having a break, so there's no F2, so we've got a day off on Monday. We've got both D3 GTS and Formula 1 racing around Zandvoort during the week. We've not got Super Formula this week. We've got a nice break. And then on the weekend, we've got Zandvoort in Formula 1 for Division 1 and 2. And on Sunday, let me just quickly check where we are racing in GTS. Yeah, we're going to be at the Tokyo Expressway, the South Outer Loop version of that track. And that's not a fan favourite. It's not even a driver favourite, so I imagine there's going to be some unexpected moments in that race. So make sure you tune in there as well. Guys, thanks very much. If you want to race with us, join us on Discord. Visit onlineformularacing.co.uk or download our app from the Apple App Store if you want to find out more information. If not, have a great day, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.